Hi people, this is Bristy and this is also my very first video, and this is about successful people's habit. I did a lot of research on a lot of people's biography and how they became successful in life, and this is what I came to know, that they all share this habit. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. These people that I did this research on are very different than each other, but at the same time they are very successful in whatever they're doing. They can be in politics, they can be in teaching, they're in acting or production or whatever, but they're very successful. They are female, they are male, they're heterosexual, they're anything in between, but they are sharing all these things, or most of these things that I'm going to talk about. So let's begin. So the first thing that I saw, that they want to make a change. They are not just going to be happy without making this change that they are very passionate about. The second thing is that they show up before they're ready. I know for me, I'm not going to pursue some things until I'm perfect at it. For example, I'm not going to pursue modeling unless I lose 5 more pounds, and it's always more and more. But these people are just going to show up before they're ready, because there is no such a thing as perfection. There isn't. It's just a myth. Nobody can be perfect, and they understand that. So they show up before they're ready. Number 3 is that they are persistent. I know that for a fact that Nelson Mandela didn't just like wake up in the morning and then say that I'm gonna do it today and then this is gonna happen, and then by the end of the day he did it. No, it took him a long time to do whatever that he wanted to do in his life, and now all of us are thankful for that. And he was very persistent. Number 4 is that they use their time very wisely. I know that in this generation we all have social media, and I'm very guilty about it, like Snapchat and everything. And it's just not, at the end of the day, it's not going to get me close to what I want to do. So most successful people know that their time is very valuable to them, and they use it wisely. Number 5 is that they do things that they are passionate about, and I think that that's the one thing that makes it exceptionally good than just good. So for example, if you are not happy about doing it, you're not going to be good at it exceptionally, and that's just the last 5% of things. Like 95% you can just do it, but to do it 100% you have to be exceptionally good, and you have to have the passion to do it. Number 6 is that they listen to their intuition. We all have that, but most of us just not most of us, I mean some of us sometimes just don't want to listen to it, just because that I know that I was offered a job and I wasn't very intuitively, I was just thinking that this is not my calling and this is not what I want to do. At the end of the day, I did think that it was not wise for me to take that job, and I wasn't I mean, I had a lot of reasons to say yes, but my intuition told me just say no. And even though the logistics and everything, I am looking for a job, and that was like the first interview that I went for and I got it, and I said no because intuitively I knew that that was the right thing to do. Then number 7 is that they have their own role models. So for example, I have many role models, and let's say one of my role model is Oprah Winfrey, and she has her own role models, and they always look up to people who are also successful and also very good people. And that's how they live their life, by like looking up to those people and admire them. Number 8, that they give back to their community, and it doesn't mean that you have to be Bill Gates. Also does a lot of giving back to people who does that because he has a lot of money. No, you don't have to have a lot of money to do that. You can be just a regular people who can just do something very small. For example, right now when I was just making this video, someone just asked me if I needed help, and I felt really good that she cared to ask me. And that's just one simple thing that you can just ask. and you can volunteer, you can donate, you can help a blind person to like go to A to B point or whatever. So it doesn't have to be very big. Number number 9, I think this is what we are on right now, that they take care of themselves. Let's say that you want to be successful at a race and you have to finish that cross line or whatever, finish line, I think, and you can't do it if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't eat right, if you don't practice, if you have a fever. You cannot just run and be the best version of yourself. So you have to take care of yourself to be successful, and they know that, and they take care of themselves. Number 10 is that they work for a purpose more than perfection. So as I said, let's say Mother Teresa, right? What was her purpose? To help other people. Was she perfect at it? Could she do, like various changes and stuff? Yeah, but she didn't care. She really didn't care. She cared about the purpose. Her purpose was to help, and that's what her legacy is. And I love her so much. I hope we all can be somewhere there. I don't know if we all have the same purpose in life, but whatever our purpose is, I think we have to focus on that, not on perfection, because it's unattainable. Who can be perfect? Maybe me. I'm kidding. Okay. So number 11 is that they're determined to win, and it's not that they don't like think like, oh, I will never fail or something. They don't consider failing. That's not their first thing, that oh, I'm going to fail. That's what I did when one of my friends was asking me to train with her for a marathon, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I don't like running. That's like that thing that I don't like running. So I gave a lot of reason why I'm going to fail at it. So that's why I'm never going to run a marathon. But at the end of the day, if it was something that I'm passionate about, let's say that this is a competition about singing or dancing, and I'm very passionate about those things, that I would like show up. I would be like, okay, let's do this better, let's do it, and whatnot. So it's just that I wasn't determined to win that marathon. I just give myself a lot of reasons why I shouldn't go. Number 12 is that they don't just give up. If they had given up, that means they would never be successful, and that's not their habit. Not everybody just attains success at their first attempt. It's just I don't think that Oprah Winfrey just like woke up one day and became this billionaire. No, she worked very, very hard at it, and so did many of like successful people, and they're very determined to win. It's not that they don't fail, they fail, but they're resilient, and that's number 13. They're very resilient. They don't just like if something happened and that's a setback, they don't just like forget about their goals, and they move forward again, becoming resilient more and more. 14 is that they're ambitious. Their ambition is to win, so they have to be ambitious. Number 15 is that they're brave. If they're not brave, they cannot be ambitious. And it's not that they're not scared of failure. Yes, it can happen, but that's not going to be the end of the world. It's never the end of the world. So what? I've failed so many things and so many times, but I've never really made that my destiny, that oh, I'm failure. No, that's not it. I'm always calling myself a loser. That's not a good thing. I should probably change that. I'm not a loser. I changed it right now. Wow, that was easy. Number 16 is that they don't care about the negative comments. Many people would tell you, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, and this and that. You are not supposed to be defined by other people, not even your own parents or siblings or your partner. No, you are your own person, and you should not be caring about what other people think of you. That's their opinion, that's not you. And it's very hard when people says that, but at the end of the day, you have to move on, because it's not you, and everybody is special in their own way, and it doesn't mean that everybody is going to see that. Number 17 is that they set their expectations. So for me, if I expect myself to lose weight, not gain weight. That means that's my expectation, like I have to be this this weight by this date, and I have to do this and this and this, and those are my expectations from myself. And not that I'm good at it, but that's what I would do if I was successful. Jeez. I will raise on that. It's a work in progress. Okay. Number 18 is that they're precise about their goals and very decisive about their decisions. So if you are just thinking that, oh, should I do this, should I not do this, should I do this, and that means that you are not prepared enough, you didn't make the decision. They're very precise that, okay, I'm going to get A+ in that project, and I'm going to do this by this and this and this, and their vision is very, very clear. And that is my number 19, that they have a vision, and their vision is to win. Their vision is to make that change in their personal life or someone else's life or all of our lives. Number 20 is that they stay humble to everybody, and that's very important. It's not just because of like them being successful. People just love people who stay humble, right? Who wouldn't? That was my number 20, but if I had to just give one single thing, I would just say that just believe you will be successful. Just believe that. And that's what I think Oprah said it very wisely, and she said it, you are what you believe. I know whenever I believe that I can do this, I've done that. And also sometimes if I had a slightest of doubt, like I may not be able to do that, I was right. And that is one of the things that I had in one of the posters that I made for my dorm room, and I kept it and I still have it for years, probably more than 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years. I'm gonna graduate soon. Okay, so it was. It says, "He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right." And so, if you want to be successful, just say and believe that you can be successful, and you will be. And if I had to just sum all of this up in one, just believe that you can do it and you will be successful. It will take time. You'll have to work hard. You'll have to adapt new ways to success, and all these things. But just believe. And sometimes people fails, but doesn't mean that that is defining yourself. No, it's just one setback, and people have a lot of setbacks in their life, and sometimes you don't finish it by the last date. So what? As long as you finish, you're successful. And that's all I have to say about this video today. I was actually feeling very depressed, and I thought of making this video so that sometime if I feel depressed, then I can see that. And I know that my siblings are very, very, very far from me, and I can't see them in like years. So I thought of making a video and then let them know how to be successful, because I can't be with them all the time. And if in this journey, if I find one person who had, or if I don't even have to find, as long as I have one person who learned something from this or took away something, or I helped someone, that would mean the world to me. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, thanks. Bye. Love you.